Hey there, it's Fight here with a walkthrough or review of Kartra. As you may know, I've used Kartra in the past and then kind of stopped doing it, and now I've come back and I've done the switch. I've gone all in. Previously, I've used all kinds of tools, including Drip, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Then there was a lot of connecting of things with, for example, Zapier. I have also used ClickFunnels, and I was never quite happy with it. I've also used Convertri, which I was very happy with. It's a fantastic page builder, but the problem in quotes is it's just a page builder. And the one thing I've got here in Kartra is that I have basically everything I need to run an online business. Of course, if you're doing e-com, if you're doing AdSense sites, etc., this is not for you. This is for people who want to do either coaching or consulting or sell information products. That's really what it's for. And I'm going to show you in this video why this is such a great, not only solution, all integrated, but also a fantastic value proposition. Because when I look at what I can do with it in terms of, or what I no longer need, namely email, web hosting, etc., it comes out to be cheaper than all the other different bits. Plus, it's fully integrated in a very, very elegant and functional way. Gives you great results very, very easily and quickly. Plus, it is well supported, and they're constantly redeveloping things. So what you're seeing here, for example, is the calendars. It's a brand new feature. What's out about a week now. And now you can do full-on scheduling, which then is, of course, fully integrated with all the rest of your things. You can give people access to products, you can send out emails, subscribe them to lists, etc. Very well thought out platform. So my review now is basically showing you what's in there if you're interested. The fundamental concept of this whole thing is that you have content of some form. This could be coaching content, or it could, of course, be information of some sort. It could be videos, it could be PDFs, and that is typically stored in memberships. So that's what you're seeing here. This is my first membership. Enrollment is Graceful Email Marketing, the Enrollment Blueprint. So that is my first membership, and maybe I'll show you now. Actually, around these memberships you can hand out as they are, individually, as in you can give them away for free or sell them, and you sell them if you set them up as a product, or you can put all of your things into a portal. And I'm just going to show you a picture of a portal. And this is not my portal. Here is a very simple portal. You can make it prettier. You can have a nice big banner here at the top, all these kind of things. But this is my no marketing portal, and in there, as you can see, there's only one membership at the moment. But if this is the kind of thing where you go, look, over time I'm developing multiple products, it is super, super easy. You just stick them all in here and it's all done now. That is one of the things where I was constantly struggling with finding a good solution for doing this. I used to use DAP, Digital Access Pass. It's a good solution, it's very powerful, but it is super, super technical, super geeky, and you have to do a lot of hard coding to get things done. Here it is, you set it up, in it goes, and it's done. In the portal, if you were to set it up, or if I were to set up now with multiple products, you can arrange the order, the access levels, etc. Maybe just give you an idea of what this looks like. So if I were to give you access to this thing, whether it's selling it or you get a free copy, whatever, you come to the portal and then you go and access now. Okay, here's the login page. What is my test email here? Let me see if I can plus, I think it's test user at googlemail.com, and I have absolutely no idea if that is my password. Let's try it out. Yes, it is. So there you go. This is roughly what you then get. The cool thing is, what they've done is they've separated content from the form. So what you do is when you set up a new membership site, as you can see here, I've chosen to have my my various modules up here, module 1, module 2, then all the email or the pages that go in there, and it is about email marketing, and then the various emails plus the technical setup. So I have this navigation up here with all the modules, and then when you click on there, whatever, module 1, philosophy of being graceful. There you go, there's your video and the content. all of that is set up in a way that's independent of the actual layout and design, if you like. So you first create the fundamental structure, and then later on you add the design to it. And that's a philosophy they've used throughout. Very, very powerful, similar to WordPress, where you typically, it's a content management system. You write text, it looks a bit boring, and then the design comes later on. So you separate those two out. And the good thing about that is, of course, you can very quickly change the look and feel without having to go back and change endless pieces of content. Anyway, so big picture, it's all about memberships. That's at the core of this. And I've got to tell you, the annual membership for DAP is $100 and something bucks. Boom, done, saved, no longer needed. Then in the membership, you give away content, which you can give away for free, or you give it away as a product. So if you were to go into here and say products, you now set up various products. Here is something I've imported. This is Frank Kern's 4-day cash machine. I just put that in there as a test, so there's no action going in here. But then you can go to the various, you set up your own products. So this is my gem enrollment blueprint, all the products in there. This is the free trial. Actually, I don't even need that free trial because you can give away free trials in a different way. But that's really the philosophy. Membership is where the content is. That can be stored if you have multiple memberships in a portal. That the content is given away in free form or as a product. And then all the rest, you need to do this in the sense of you want to run webinars, you want to have sales pages, you want to have opt-in forms. That's all done in Pages. And actually, I tell you what, here, look at my forms. The flow, typically, if you have an opt-in, is you create your form first. Again, that is where you set up the structure of what it is you want to capture. And then on the page, you do the actual design. So let me give you an example. Opt-in confirmation. Where is my opt-in? Here, for example. Actually, we just get a code and we'll look at the page. Actually, I think I already have one open for you. Yeah. No, that's actually my... Oh, there's something else I wanted to show you. I'll show you this in a second. So here is the opt-in form. Let's get this page. I'll go over to my incognito window so you see this as you would see it. So what you're seeing here is an opt-in page I've designed in the style of an ask campaign. So you want to get some information about what people are struggling with, so you get the biggest obstacles, and then you can help them solve that problem, right? So what I've done here is I've set up the what's your biggest obstacle question. So whatever, bananas is my biggest obstacle, and then a couple of questions here. Which of these choices describes you? Yes, no, and then enter name, email address. Boom, off you go. I'm showing you this because this is one of the few things that's not, I would say, perfect in Kartra yet, because they don't have a fully fledged, if you like, survey and quiz functionality. However, it's right at the very, very top of the projects that are being developed right now. It's constantly being further developed. They're adding new features. Like I said, the calendar was added only last week. And the community has decided we want surveys. So at the moment, it's a little bit limited in the sense of you can only do this on one page. In the next iterations, it's going to be there, and it's fantastic. And the reason I'm so excited about this is because if you're building a list, you should be asking your tribe, your audience, your community, what it is they're struggling with. And so far, or previously, even with Drip, and even in ClickFunnels, you can't do this properly. I had to resort to using external tools. I had to use SurveyMonkey, or I had to use Google Forms, and they all look they look different, right? It's not the look and feel of the page you're looking at. So if you're coming in here and you're going, oh, look, this is the look and feel of a page like this. Yeah, I know the font, I know the picture, I know the colors. And now I come to a page that looks like this, and it has a survey in it. Ah, that makes sense, right? There's no disconnect. And that's why, although at the moment you can do basic surveys, when the next iteration comes out, it's yet another tool. SurveyMonkey, goodbye, no longer needed. Absolutely perfect. Alrighty, so like I said, the actual form is designed over here, and then when you embed it in your page, that's where you do do the magic, you do the design, etc. And you see all kinds of examples here. I've chosen this sparse design, if you like, black text, white background, a little bit of colors, but that's about it. But of course, you can go and use all kinds of templates. You add any page you like. Let's say we want to do a video sales page. This gives you an idea of what's out there, and there are tons and tons of different formats you can use. Thank you pages. There is enough out there to build a site around your look and feel. So, like I said, I wanted to show you this here, and that is, again, absolutely fantastic. It's built in. Look at this here. Need help? Okay, it's one of my pages. It's a pre-sale page, and if people want help, hey, look, okay, I want some help. This is incognito, although I've opened this before. Let's see if this still works. All right. So yes, okay. So send another ticket. No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open a new incognito window so you see this in action. New. All right. So you are on this page, first time visitor, and you go, oh, look, it's not quite clear. I have a question. Okay, so ask a question. Here is, now I'm going to use a different test user now. Let's use, I just realized I'm logged in, and as a result, this doesn't work. So I need to go in here and put another one. So center goes, this is my junk mail. Plus test 123 at googlemail.com. And whatever, they need a phone number, department, whatever, course access, subject line, whatever. No, I've got my auto complete here. Whatever, happy new year, all the best in 2019. Thank you very much. And then, yes, I agree to all good things that are GDPR, a Pyrene, whatever that is. And there we go. So now I've sent a ticket, and if we go back to, no, not this one. Where is my actual? So as you can see, there's a help desk, saying, "Oh, there is a ticket." Now there are two. So there was one beforehand. I just opened a new one. So on the help desk, I can now go in and look at my tickets, and we should find one that says Happy New Year. There we go. Right? I kind of ran this test beforehand, but you get the idea. So again, fully integrated, a full-on help desk. You can have as many help desks as you like. You can have as many people as you like. You can do, it has full functionality. It has canned responses. It has signatures. You can do live chat if you like. You can do, I think it also does phoning, etc. There's a whole ton of stuff in here which I haven't even touched yet. For example, my videos has an absolutely outstanding feature, and that is it tracks how people engage with your videos. So if you're doing marketing videos, and you will figure out, well, did people watch it to the end? Did they watch it just halfway through? Did I only watch 5 seconds? You can. And then you tag people accordingly and take action. So that whole functionality of the tagging, automations, taking action is maybe something I can show you over here in my communications, which is all about email communication. They also do SMS communication. I haven't even looked at this yet. Let's go to automations here. You will, if you're anywhere near as geeky as I am about email marketing and doing proper marketing automation, you will love this. So here are just a couple of examples. If a lead reaches a score of 100 points, so you can do full-on lead scoring in here, right? And if they get more than 100 points, so for example, what I'm doing here is I have an onboarding sequence. People sign up through one of the forms you saw earlier. They come to the page, they fill in the content. I give them scores according to how, first of all, what they answered, and also how much text they put on there. So if someone is really engaged, they get a higher score. Then I give them scores according to what I do in my autoresponder sequence. At some point, there's a call to action. Hey, reply to my email, whatever, I want to see if someone truly engages. If they do, the score goes up. Then there are a couple of things. They have choices. They can do various things in emails. And again, I'm measuring how people are engaging. Are they clicking on links? Are they doing what I'm suggesting? And if they do, the score goes up. So one of the rules I have is, well, once they've reached 100 points, then they subscribe to this list, highly engaged leads. And why do I do that? Because then I can follow up specifically with people who are highly engaged. My dad sent me an article yesterday. It's in German, but it's about this concept of, they didn't call it LTV. It's really interesting. They called it CLV or something like customer lifetime value. Yeah, CLV. They tout this as the new concept. It's not. It's about lifetime value. But the interesting thing is all the big companies are at it. If you have in the cloud, in this big thing around you, a high score, as in, you're highly regarded as someone who actually buys products and doesn't return them and buys lots of products and buys lots for their family, etc., you will be flagged in the future, and probably already now, as someone who should be, if you like, pursued, should be served better than other people. And the classic examples are, they already know if you're a good customer or not, and according to that, they will treat you differently when it comes to waiting times in support desks. Interesting, isn't it? So anyway, that is the underlying principle here. I want to figure out very quickly who is engaging with my content so I can follow up in a proper way. Now, in a way, I can do that to some extent in Drip. I told you I'm using Drip, or I have used Drip. The annoying thing is, I've been using Drip for a couple of years. It's a great platform. It really is fantastic. It's very geeky, as you can see here. There's quite a convoluted process I've done just to extract someone's first name from the first name field when they sign up. But the problem is, of course, it's standalone. So when I want to do things like lead scoring based on, for example, everything that's email-based is fine, but the moment I go, have they visited my webpage? Have they bought a product? Have they actually accessed the course? Have they left a comment? All those kind of things. That is then external to Drip, and it requires a lot of wiring, a lot of Zapier integrations, and as a result, man, I am so glad I now have Kartra. So, a couple of other ones here. If they fill in this form and they answered this question as yes, and they have answered this question as yes, and this one as no, then I assign this tag and I subscribe them to this particular sequence at step 2. So again, I can go to my sequences. They have different steps. I subscribe someone to a particular step. So this would be an example where someone, let me show you, no, not this one. Someone went, for example, no, where's my sign up page? You saw my sign up page here, all right? If someone, let's say I have something like this where I ask a big question and then 2 multiple choice ones. Well, if they said I am like this and a no down here, then I have certain information about them. Okay, so when I have that information, I can set up a rule and say, hey, if they did that and they replied no over here, then they are probably like this. So I should tag them as follows and subscribe them to a certain list where I can now send out very, very specific information that's actually relevant to them. So, I mean, I kind of mentioned in a very self-serving way, graceful email marketing, or especially the gem enrollment blueprint. It's all based around this one principle, that you want to send out information that is relevant to your prospective buyers or subscribers. And that's why I love Kartra so much. That's because it's an all-in-one platform that lets me do precisely that. I can now give people the information they want, and make no mistake, this is the age of pull marketing. Going out and trying to push something down someone else's throat, it no longer works. And there's tons of evidence in the marketplace that those who switch over to pull marketing are winning. They're already winning. It's not like they're going to win. They are already winning. They are way ahead. And this is not just, coaches and consultants. This is big industry, big corporations. They're finding this out. So Kartra lets you do this. So in my mind, there's absolutely no question of going back. This is the platform I'm using now. Maybe I want to bring this full circle. a good friend of mine, Colin. He is fantastic at what he does. He does coaching actually in various niches, but it all has to do with intuition, getting back to really understanding what it is you bring to the table, unleashing your genius, unleashing your creativity. And when he got started, he came to me and said, "Fike, what do I need?" And I said, well, this was way before Kartra. Well, you need to set up a blog, and then, okay, what do I need for a blog? Well, you need hosting. It's like, okay, and once you've got that, well, you need to choose a WordPress theme. And then, okay, what about email? Okay, you need an email autoresponder. And before you know it, Colin was spending months and months and months worrying about the design, literally has a daughter who studies graphic design. She then went out and helped him with the design of the site, which took for absolutely ever. Then he started researching autoresponders, like, oh, I could be doing this, I could be doing that. I'll tell you what, it's all here. It's in one package, it's beautiful, done, dusted. Do yourself a massive favor, get Kartra, and just set it up, and you're done. You're focused. So there you go. That is my in-depth report of review of Kartra. I do have a coaching program. It's basically I give you access to all my courses if you decide to sign up through for Kartra through my link. Right? I get a commission. It's about 40%. If you decide to choose my link, it doesn't affect the price at all, but I'm getting paid a commission. And basically, I'm taking that commission towards the coaching program. So if you then want to learn, for example, about how to write graceful emails or how to do an onboarding process properly, all those kind of things. So basically, you will have access to my entire portal with all the programs in it. At the moment, I'm only just starting this. This is the first one that's going in. There's a very good reason why this is the first one, because marketing is about first impressions. If the first impression sucks, no one's going to take the second step, right? And your welcome email sequence, that is your big opportunity to make a fantastic first impression. That's why that is the first one in there. But the ones I've already planned, and they're going to be rolled out over the next couple of months, is how to create a perfect opt-in process, then how to actually do the proper follow-up emails, or building up know, like, and trust over time, how to guide people to where they want to be as opposed to where you want to push them, all of these things. So there you go. Also included in the coaching is basically helping you with setting up the sites. At the base level, there is going to be sort of a group Q&A type things. If you want to choose a higher level, there's also one-on-one coaching involved. Alrighty, so if you have any questions, I'm sure somewhere around here there's going to be a link to a help desk, or just leave me a comment by email underneath the video, wherever you find this. Alrighty, but that as inside. If you're already in Kartra, fantastic, great choice. If you want to get Kartra, you want to get it through someone else's link, absolutely fine. The point is, get this. It's all done there. You can stop worrying about all the technology, all the bits you should be able to do, or the technical hurdles you keep falling over because one thing doesn't work with the other. It's a thing of the past. Use Kartra, and you're done. Alrighty, cheers, bye.